Hey guys, this is D again. Um, this one's pretty pretty full on. I once I once had somebody tell me that if you haven't shit your pants as an adult, then you haven't experienced life. And I thought that was the most disgusting thing I ever heard until it happened. Actually, it happened more than once, and both of them were pretty bad. Like the first time it happened, I remember. Oh God, I was probably about 19 or something, and I was at work. And I was with one of my mates at work, and we went there together because we lived in the same area. And we went there together, and we had a job where we had to lift things like they're pretty heavy, And um, well, we were just sitting there, and like him and I were doing our job, and we lifted up these things, and I was like, oh man, like I really got to go to the toilet. And we couldn't go, because the boss was a bit of an asshole, you know what I mean? And he wouldn't let us fucking just go and jet and shit. So like, fucking going like that, and my ass is going like that. And I was like, fuck. And it's just, yeah, like we lifted up the thing, and fucking I let loose, man, and it fucking came out, and a fucking little nugget tumbled down tumbled down the leg of of my fucking pants. It came out the bottom of my shoe. As I was walking to the toilet, there was a little trail behind me all the way to the toilet, and fuck, man, it was. I mean, it wasn't funny at the time. It was really embarrassing. Even fuck, everyone's gonna know now. I don't care. The whole fucking factory saw it anyway, so it was pretty funny. You know what I mean? And that was the first time. The second time was a bit worse than that. Actually, I was out, and I was fucking. I was actually out with a girl, and it was the first time I went out for her. And we were in a public place. I won't tell you where it was, but there was a lot of people there having a lot of drinks. And I didn't want to go out that night because I was sick. And I went out because I really wanted to meet the kid. Like, I really wanted to see her, and I was suss out what was going on. And I ended up going out with her there. And then we were there for a while, and we were drinking, and I'm feeling like shit, and I'm still looking at her, like, still trying to be like, oh yeah, no, I'm okay. But yeah, we went outside and having a cigarette, and I couldn't draw back properly because my throat was so sore, and I drew back, and I just let out this massive cough, just like, and as I coughed, man, I unloaded the biggest nugget ever, bro. Like, it was just fucking fucked, like, but it sat in there, you know what I mean? And I could feel it in there. It was like fucking disgusting. And after a while, you could smell it. It was real bad. It was like, fuck, I couldn't get out of here. And I was that drunk too. I was like, fuck. And then I was like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna go to the toilet. And I ended up legging it. And I legged it away from her. I got into a taxi and went home. Now I don't know if many people get drunk and then get in the car, but when I get drunk and I get in the car, I just feel even worse. So the whole trip home, the cab driver's looking at me like, you fucking smelly asshole, like fucking, and I'm about to spew up. I'm like, like that, and he's looking at me and he's like, fucking. You can see he's pinning it as fast as he can just to get to my house. And he gets to my house and he goes, and the cab ride. I can't remember how much it cost, but I remember giving the money. He's just like, yeah, get out, And I got out, I went inside. This is where it gets pretty bad, like. I went into my room, and this whole time I still got the nugget in my pants. I went to my room. I laid down on the bed, and oh man, I was that drunk. I thought to myself, should I go now and have a shower, or should I I sleep now because I couldn't move? I was like, oh my god, I didn't know what to do. And then I thought to myself, you know, that's disgusting if I just stay here and sleep in it. And I was like, oh, God, I gotta go to the shower. So I went and had a shower. And I took my clothes off, jumped in the shower, had a shower, washed and went to bed. Anyways, the next morning. Hang on, 1 second. I'm in the middle of making a video. Don't come in the picture because everyone's going to know who you are. Alright, because I'm talking about you. And then, yeah, my mum comes in the morning and she goes to me, "Hey, did you shit yourself last night?" Remember that? Do you remember that? You can talk. Anyways, that's what she says. She goes, "Did you shit yourself last night?" And I'm like, "No, why?" She goes, "Because go have a look in the bathroom." I went into the bathroom and right in front of the shower is my pants on the floor, filled to the brim with my fucking shit. Oh, my mum found it and fucking went off at me, man. It was the best. It was the funniest ever. Oh man, I wish I'd taken a photo, like just not to show you or now, like just for me to have a look at every now and then and just have a good giggle. Like, I'm not sick. You're sick. You're sick for looking at it too. What's wrong with you? No, but yeah, like it was pretty cool. You know, it was funny. Like, and I'll tell you what, there's no experience like that in the world. Like, I go back in time to that guy who said that to me, and I give him a pat on the back, and I say, you know what, man, you were right, because you cannot really experience something until you've done it. You know, like, you can't really say that you hate it or that it's bad until you've actually done it. You know, and that's like really bad. Like, I know how it feels being a baby and like taking a shit in your pants. It's just fucking bad. So my advice to people is do not shit in your pants, because it is really bad. It is really uncomfortable, and people will like look at you like funny, you know. So, you know, I'll leave that up to you. If you want to do it, go for it. You know, if you're German and that, and like, you know, you like shitting on each other and on their chests and that, and you like two girls, one cup, is that sort of stuff, like, go for it. You know what I mean? But if you're not, no go. Alright, guys. I'll see you later, man. It's D.